There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
And we're live. Hey,
what up?
Oh, there's two of me. I see that. Let me fix that. Where the heck is that even coming from? Oh, there it is. I fixed it. There was two of me at one point. How goes it, bro?
Man, it's going about 32,000 per Bitcoin good.
It's going about $1,000 an hour good.
that's where
it was $1,000 a day, and now it's like, what? We got $4,000 for today alone.
I remember what it was like at the end of because I came in kind of probably the middle of the last bull run where I was like, okay, I have no choice. I got to get into cryptocurrency, start trading. What is happening, right? And it was literally like probably the last 40% of that, and it was fantastic and exciting and crazy. So I wasn't there when it crossed 1,100 or whatever, and then went to 1,500, and that's kind of where we're at right now, right? Like we're only 50% off the all-time high, and it went up 20 times.
What was its lowest since the previous all-time high? Like $3,000, I think, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you would have bought at the lowest low after the previous all-time high around 20K, you would still be up $30,000 in profit.
Yeah.
Per Bitcoin.
Yep. Well, and the lowest that it went in the cycle before that was like right at 200, give or take, right? So it literally 100x from the low.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And people think we're too far to get from like here to 100K, but I'm like, dude, we're 3xing. 3x.
Yeah,
you know how many times it's absolutely nothing.
It's weird, but it doesn't mean anything. Like it will look back a year from now and be like, oh yeah, 300,000 is normal, and like we'll all feel like that, right? And then it'll drop to 200,000. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, the sky is falling. 200,000 of Bitcoin, the sky is falling.
I don't think we have a sky is falling in 2021. I predict there's 0 dips left to buy. There's no dips left.
So I looked at it was the Coin Talk guy. I wish I knew it because he put a really good video out. Crap, I can't remember his name. Sorry, whoever you are, you're fantastic. So he does this historic analysis and basically like shows the big, huge parabolic jumps, right? From the last cycle. And 30% dip, totally normal. But it means like we go to 60,000, a 30% dip means we drop to 40,000, which is hilarious. And you know what I mean? And that's what counts for the dips, right? And then it goes up to 100. Maybe it drops 30% from there, where it drops down to 70,000 per frickin' Bitcoin. And everyone's like, oh no, watch. And you've seen it. The sky is falling at 70,000, right? Because people are too in this particular moment. And man, just zoom out always with Bitcoin. Zoom out. Look at the annual lows. Shut up and buy more.
So what do you think's being priced into this run right now? Is it like, oh shit, Elon Musk is going to back Tesla with Bitcoin? Or
no? Well, that's part of it. So the second, who's that one dude? The MicroStrategies guy. Whatever the fuck his name is. Once companies started saying, okay.
Are you talking about Pomp?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's not the MicroStrategies guy, is he? No. So basically like a company out there says, okay, we're gonna start holding a bunch of our reserves in Bitcoin because look at it. It just makes sense. Like you don't have to be a rocket scientist to look at the year over year capacity for this. And, they buy, a few $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And then, the news starts getting out and they actually take a huge loan to buy like $400 million.
Oh, Michael Saylor. I had to get the
Michael Saylor. There it is. Yeah. Thank you. And I've seen a few tweets about this, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Companies out there now are not saying, do we or don't we have a certain amount of our sort of reserves or net worth in Bitcoin? It's when, right? And so that's what's going to start chewing up supply like crazy, which is going to start driving up the price. And ultimately, that's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Once the price is up there, you're actually going to see companies that are more able to put more of their capital in it. Because there's kind of more of that price expansion. There's more room, right? Mm-hmm. At 20,000, you can't get necessarily a whole bunch because there isn't enough out there. But at $1 million, it gets a little bit easier, which then means more people buying, which then means the price keeps going up, which is crazy.
This is going to be a paradigm shifting year in the sense that it'll probably be worth more while to have the thing instead of the tool to get the thing. Remember, like the gold craze is like better to sell the pickaxe than to be looking for gold. I predict it'll probably be way better to hold crypto than to be involved in something getting it. Like Coinbase or whatever.
That's a possibility. I kind of feel like the Coinbases of the world.
They're all, it's planned obsolescence. They're only here for a very small blip in our utility.
I do agree, but Coinbase might not be the best example, but if you're building in this space to earn Bitcoin or to, you know what I mean? Like you're creating the things where, you're not just getting a shovel where, to basically get it. And then they're all holding it, right? Like that, it's just a matter of how you get it.
I just wonder how much of the money that like Treasure and Ledger and KeepKey has made over the years selling hardware wallets have they kept in the Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies that they accept or support rather than their fiat holdings, and I remember a few years ago fucking John Oliver roasted Cointelegraph's event Consensus because they raised like $1 million, didn't accept Bitcoin and only held fiat. Like that, I want to see where CoinDesk, how they feel about not holding Bitcoin since Consensus.
Yeah, you could only imagine, right? And it's how much you could stomach the drops, right? Because it's gonna go. Let's say it goes to 500,000, which is like not crazy. Well, chances are we're gonna retouch 100K, right? We've been through this before. That's not insane at all, right? And so, like companies towards the end of bull runs should be thinking about, okay, like, do we want to put some in Tether? Because that's what I want to do, right? Like I want to time as much as humanly possible. I want to start, once it goes truly asininely parabolic, like, it's 15,000, 16,000 up to 20,000 last time. I started moving some stuff out and basically preparing for winter.
It really depends what you do with those nuts, too, man. If you store them in Celsius and actually earn some interest on your stable coins, you can kind of double hedge the volatility of the Bitcoin.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's something that I would be looking at now. Well, there's some like Vigor and a few others where you can be throwing USDT in there and be earning on that, right? So it's the strategy for how to deal with crypto winter. I think is something that OGs are going to be figuring out, and I completely agree. Like the DeFi stuff has to be a component of that.
Do you have a forklift in your room?
No, I think my wife is cooking some stuff,
and
that's probably our fire alarm. We live in an apartment, and the fire alarms are set to like if somebody looks at them the wrong way, and then my dog gets really freaked out. It's fun. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. I just heard the beeping. I was like, I don't know if he can hear it with his headphones on. Maybe I should let him know it.
Right. Do you have a forklift?
He might have left it running. Right. Oh, dude, I posted earlier today, very early this morning, I had an epiphany. I don't see an alt season as much as I see an NFT season. I believe NFTs will have the season people predict that the alts had last run.
Somebody, I think it was today. Somebody posted that the market cap, the recent market cap for NFTs was like 8.5 million or something. That's like, you have to understand the high art market where people store value as a kind of matter of course in a lot of sectors is like 20 billion, right? So and that's without the utility of being in games, whether it's Nifty Wizards or Alien Worlds or whatever. Some of the stuff that we're getting ready to start talking more about and stuff like that. That who even knows? Well, and Telos they're talking about making bonds, like NFT bonds, which makes so much
bomb?
sense.
You can't say bomb on a podcast.
No. Sorry, NSA. Pardon me. No, bonds, like financial instruments. They're NFTs.
We need those tools, bro.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Smart.
Why not? Well, I guess the why not would be because people are stupid, and then when things go wrong, being their own bank, they only got themselves to blame, and then they're going to be like, I'm too dumb, you should have helped and prevented me from being too dumb, and yeah, this is why I should have been accredited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that we're going to have to live with that. I mean, that's a thing that's just going to exist. But, I think there will be room at the end of the day for people who want to take this, under their own advisement.
Yeah, do you think...
I don't see how you stop it at this point.
Do you think the NFT space will see like that institutional money that we're starting to see altcoins and Bitcoin getting? Because we're starting to see like Dead Mouse and like fucking shit like Street Fighter and launching non-fungible tokens. Those brands, they're just brands under very, very big umbrellas, right? It's like a small drop under a big umbrella. They have to be, kind of succeeding up, right? Like they're starting with the bottom, experimenting with these celebrities and like odd things like Atari NFTs, but I think that's all just a petri dish experiment for the bigger picture to use, like PlayStation and Xbox getting into NFTs and games like Fortnite looking at blankos and going, well, what have we been doing wrong?
Yeah, in this, I don't know exactly how this would happen, but I mean, if you're one of those big corporations and you don't have any wax, like, I mean, you can earn it, but like, at what point do they start buying it? At what point do they start buying it and getting into that sweet Ethereum liquidity?
Right. I was just going to get into that.
I didn't know, like, Wax just launched that. I just started playing around with it today. I haven't, and don't, I don't know that much about it. It looks fancy as hell. And it just seems like an amazing portal to start giving the liquidity in Ethereum that costs way too much money somewhere to squirt out to.
Yeah.
And, that there's going to be a bunch of those. It's not just going to be Wax. But again, Wax is at 4 frickin' pennies, and its all-time high was, just under $4. So,
yeah. It might be some of the few dips left to buy. It might not be Bitcoin dips, but there's some of those good gem altcoin dips that are still left to buy.
Hell yeah! Like, it's the thing. Like, Bitcoin, could it 20x from here? Yeah, maybe. Right? Could it 10x? Very likely. Is it going to 50x? Probably not. And there are some 50x gems that are out there, and I think.
I've been holding on to Trust Wallet token for like a year, and that shit's up 2,000%.
I mean,
2,000% in a year.
That's pretty good.
It's fucking insane for an altcoin.
Yep.
But it's that utility. They have utility. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not just it's better than Bitcoin. It's cheaper than Bitcoin. That's not a great sales pitch in 2021, just so you guys know. Litecoin needs to step up their marketing game, because that I'm better than Bitcoin bullshit, it's not going to be the fucking sales pitch at the end of the day that's going to get you legacy market cap coming in.
No, not anytime soon anyway. Speaking of crazy pants, this our latest drop.
Can you screen share that real quick so you can show people?
Yeah, fucking A.
Let me give you. I think I have to give you the screen right permissions because I am God.
That is true. There's 28 minutes left on this bad boy.
Security screen share. There you go. Yeah, it's. I want to say I'm surprised at the value that it's already gotten, but I'm not at the same time. It's just I mean,
I'm the same way, man. Like it makes sense to me, but also it's like, what?
yeah, exactly. So this right here is Burn It Down, which, I mean, we could talk about it and then a little bit of the past, because I think it's funny that you had to burn it down, which was like the original one you had to burn down and then build another one called Burn It Down.
It's true. So yeah, we have some friends that are coming into the uplift for the gratitude ceremony. Of course, we can get into the uplift later. It's our Minecraft world that's going to be NFT and crypto integrated. Hopefully, like really soon. Like that's kind of what we're working on. Do a big land sale, that kind of thing. So anyway, we have some friends coming to the service in the cathedral behind me tomorrow, who are connected to the Burning Man, event runners and stuff, right? So I went to the builders that I have in game now, and they're like, "Hey, could you guys make like a Burning Man that's flammable? We like burn it down." Ha ha ha! Really funny, right? Just as a surprise for when they show up tomorrow. And they build this building-sized freaking Burning Man, and then Blue, of course, comes in and says, "Okay, this is perfect. Make some content. We'll make an NFT, We'll auction that sucker off, and then maybe they could light the thing on fire. And so I asked my team, can we actually make like a button? And they totally just start making all this crazy redstone shit. And there's now a button right below this big Burning Man thing that if you press it, will light the whole thing on fire.
And this NFT gives you the permission to push that button, and only the holder of this NFT, which is a one-of-one original music video of the Burn It Down.
Yeah, I didn't even get to tell you. Yeah, we made M-Blue and I made a tune around it that is honestly one of the favorite things that I've made so far in music. It's just like M-Blue and I collaborating is so clutch. He'll just make like something simple or whatever, and then I just get to go to town on it. He wrote the lyrics, which is really the same lyrics the whole way through. It's like a chant, but it's perfect, right?
It is, yeah. It's like a chant.
Yeah, I'll play it if you want.
Definitely, please, if you don't. I hope there's no copyright on the music. I'll get in trouble on YouTube if there's.
No, it's all us. It's just us.
All right, cool.
We wrote it. I mean, we might ding you later and be like, "Hey, we would like a high five as price." Can you hear that?
Yeah, I think they can hear it.
Okay, cool. I did share the audio.
It is, yeah. It's like a
Yeah, I'll play it if you want.
Definitely, please, if you don't. I hope there's no copyright on it. Gratitude rising from the ground. Fuck, I love that.
Right?
God, and you know, it makes me very jaded to know that this is a one-of-one. Like I mentioned it on the podcast with you and Blue the other day. It's like the Wu-Tang album. Only one person can ever have this. It's like, fuck you, but I'm also so happy for that person at the same time.
So this is part of where. So we wrestle with this too, right?
Oh, it's still playing.
Yeah, no, I just turned it down.
There you go.
I want to have it in the background because I am incorrigible. So yeah, I think this NFT is specifically, you're going to own the land where the monument is, right? And you're going to be able to press the button. And I actually have it set up so that nobody can even walk in there. Like literally, you're gonna bump up against an invisible wall if you try and get anywhere near it. And the person who owns this NFT is gonna be able to walk right on through, press the button, and launch it up, which is gonna be cool. But we're gonna make an NFT out of the burning itself, right? So you know how we got like a video or whatever. We're gonna have a bunch of people taking footage, of the actual moment when they press the button, and then we're all gonna hang out there, have a little moment. Song's gonna play, and I think we're gonna turn that into an NFT as well. And then that one will launch a little bit wider. And
I was going to ask, how many are you going to mint of the actual burning?
Right, like we want to have that one be something that is out there for everybody, and it will be a key to a download link, so you can actually download the tune and keep it for yourself.
Cool. Yeah, this is great ringtone material. I fucking love the jam. So right. I could listen to it all day, and like you said, it's sort of like the same lyrics, but the chant of it,
Yeah, and that goes to, I think, speaks to the kind of why the whole thing works. Like we just created the cathedral back there. It's actually the second one. Getting people to just write something really simple that they're grateful for down on the monuments all the time. People are really, really digging it. Like, and it's like this kind of historic record, and to have that be in there, gratitude rising up from the ground, like that we really wanted to have that be the kind of seed for the culture that's going to build into this giant world that we're creating, right?
It's like a red ribbon event too, right? Because a lot of users are doing in Minecraft outside of just sort of tokenizing events and such as like the burn it down, but also like the utility behind being able to build inside your server space, and be able to do that with NFTs as well, and be able to earn cryptocurrencies by doing it. So I wanted to give you a chance to kind of like let people know a little bit about that roadmap or that vision that you have for utilizing Minecraft more with the NFT and cryptocurrency gamification.
Yeah, at a super high level. I mean, we're looking at what's going on in things like Decentraland and even alien worlds where these land sales are a massive part of the NFT thing. So it's like, I was in this Minecraft world. Like, wouldn't it be really cool if we could just do that? And then we're in talking with people, we realized that every action that you take in the game could kick out some cryptocurrency, right?
Same thing like Chirp, right?
Well, yeah, exactly, right? So or instead of clicking the mine button in Alien Worlds, you could be mining actual shit, and then every once in a while, find an NFT just gets launched at your Wax wallet. So, that at a really basic level, you come in, you play the game, and anything that you're mining or building, or anytime you're traveling, you're earning a little bit of the 1UP token that we're going to mint, and you're going to have a chance of finding or mining an NFT that is just buried in the ground. Now, one step up from that, you could go to Ken Bosak's Giant Dick Emporium.
It's what's going to happen. I'm buying real estate to build a huge penis monument.
The thing, like, so real estate's going to be on sale, right? Everybody's going to want to get a bunch of it. We're actually going to have some transportation real estate. That's going to be a whole other game. I'm working on that today. But just specifically, Ken's got a 500 by 500 meter plot of land or whatever, builds a ridiculous monument or whatever, but he wants people to come there, right? So what he's going to do is bury Ken token in the ground, virtually, of course, right? And he's going to bury the likelihood that you're going to find Ken NFTs if you're there building or hanging out or walking around is going to be dramatically increased. And so those are things where we want to have the entire world is going to have power up NFTs that we're going to bury in the ground and just have available. But like Uplift Art is another really great example, right? You're gonna be able to go to the Uplift Art area, and just being there, you're gonna have a chance of winning an NFT from them as well. And then Chirp, I mean, I'm hoping that at some point now we mint some Chirp token on there, like on an actual chain, because it's all internal. So I'd love to have people just getting some of it for being there as well, right? So any tokenized project, any NFT project can come in and have their own place where they can build some shit out and do parties and have a collection, and their tokens, their NFTs are going to be just kind of going out to their people.
I think that's
all
really
within
cool,
like
man.
Right next door to Ken's place, right next door to we're talking to Alien Worlds about just coming in and like giving them a city, like, here, take this, and maybe have like a little plot of land for each one of the planets, that kind of thing. It's just such an amazing community. It just doesn't make any sense not to do it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And I think what's really cool is, like you said, I could bury, virtually bury some Ken coin and my Ken NFTs, and
Yeah.
I can kind of incentivize people to come and, kind of mine on my little plot of real estate. And
Right.
while they're doing it, I'm generating something because that's my land.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're going to be able to, it's just a matter of time. You're going to be able to parcel it out and give other people rights within your section.
Oh,
right.
cool.
So, yeah. So like,
So I could have like a Trump Tower.
Right. Well, right. I didn't even think. I keep thinking about this laterally in the.
Oh yeah.
You immediately started thinking about, like, I can go down, I can go up, I can do the whole thing, which is so smart because it's totally true.
I'm going to start selling floors to my giant penis, and people could have their own building floor. They could have the penthouse, which is like the penis tip.
Oh God, that's hilarious. And yes, I mean that's going to be a thing
awesome.
that we can do. As far as roadmap, I mean, we're getting the final pieces together now. I'm actually plotting out. We've got Central City mapped out. We're sort of sectioning out some things really close to the center that are going to be kind of maintained for internal city strategic partners. They'll be really expensive. Around the edge of that, we're going to do a pre-sale. I'm hoping that we get this done by the end of January, but that's really aggressive, where we're going to sell 100 lots of land kind of around the center, along with a bunch of transportation corridor stuff that basically, if you own these pieces, you're going to be incentivized to build out some rail, because anyone traveling through those areas, you're going to actually earn, as that landowner, you're going to earn a bunch of one-up just for owning those little pieces of land. That's because transportation is going to be hard, because the distances are vast, like that. Vast.
Yeah. Minecraft is for never ending. So yeah, it could get insane. There's people that have been walking in Minecraft straight for like a decade and still haven't met the end of it.
Yeah. Well, and it's in a lot of ways procedurally generated, right? So yeah, I mean, it's it's big. Like the scarcity is not going to be the land, because there's an infinite amount of it, right? It's going to be around proximity to other people, other projects, and to the center, right? And so, the teleporting ability is almost no one's going to have it. It's going to be one of the most rare NFTs in the game. You're going to be able to burn your way up to that by getting some of the other power-ups in the game, but teleporting is going to be really hard. Portal access is even going to be kind of hard. We're still figuring out how to, game in, because, you can go to the nether and be transported around a lot quicker and stuff. So we're fucking around with shit like that too. But yeah, proximity to the center and proximity to places like, Ken's Giant Dick Emporium is that's going to be the real value, right? Getting close to Ken is the scarcity. Getting close to the railway is the scarcity. Getting close to the cathedral in the middle is the scarcity.
That's just like the gaming aspect of it. The marketing side of it's also genius, because I'm thinking, all right, cool, I could have my giant penis tower monument where people pay rent to have the 5th floor or whatever. I could also have a very small plot. I could just put up a billboard, and every time I do a video like this, I could just go in there, update it with a QR code, and when people are walking around on their computers, they can just whip out their phone, scan the QR code from inside the Uplift Minecraft server, and go right to this YouTube live stream. So like that marketing ability is going to be so much fun. Like, I wish I could just go down the street, pop up a billboard by the highway, but I could do that.
That's the thing, right? I mean, the land on Earth 1 is not, it's not very available anymore, right? Whereas, and we don't know what the pricing is going to be, but I want to, especially on the transportation thing, right? You're going to be able to get, one of these little blocks for, probably $10-15, right? There's going to be a bunch of them. You're going to want to collect them all and get them in strings or whatever. But the land right next to the railway, is not going to be that expensive either, and you're going to want that as well, because that's where everybody's going to be traveling who first gets into the game.
Yeah, that's where I'd be putting my my Marlboro ads, because you can't put Marlboro ads up anymore. They haven't been able to do that for like 20 years. So I think that Ready Player One plot that was like, they wanted to put ads up in the virtual world in Ready Player One, and all the users were like, no, don't do it. And like, you realize you could put up ads too as the player. That's a paradigm shift. Like, it's an even playing field. It's not disbalanced. Like, where we are here in the real world, it's just companies advertising to us. At least now, virtually, the individuals can advertise to each other as well.
Yeah. But exactly. And I think that seeing how, there's just a million things we haven't even thought of yet, right? Like that.
That's true.
I want to set it up so that there are the fewest possible rules, so that we have a coherent, a city and land game that's as valuable for literally everybody as humanly possible, right? So we're gonna have landowners that are coming in and obviously have their priorities, right? Because they want to have they want to increase the value of their NFT because they might want to sell it or do whatever the hell they want to do with it later on, right?
I've seen people build like games in Minecraft because after we talked, I kind of YouTube rabbit holed a little bit of Minecraft.
Yeah.
And you could build like mini games in Minecraft. So like it's almost like somebody could build like a Six Flags fucking amusement park on their plot and charge people to
100%.
ride a roller coaster. Like that's a thing. You can do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, and we're gonna have arenas too. I think we're gonna turn off player versus player in the developed lands, and then you're gonna be able to go out beyond where we have developed and do whatever the hell you want, right? Because it's really far out there. And
So I'll be able to Robin Hood some whales if they walk out into the woods.
I mean, if they get out there, sorry, buddy. Yes. So that's the thing that might end up happening. But we're also gonna have arenas, right? So we could have so if Alien Worlds comes in and builds a city as an example, we put an arena in their city. And they could have, representatives from each one of the planets come in and duke it out in the arena as a battle royale, right? For a prize or whatever.
Yeah, if people start bitching in telegrams, just tell them to settle it in the arena.
Yeah, exactly. Settle in the arena. GTFO. Well, goodbye now.
That's how I feel like with the Nifty Wizards too. I'm like, guys, go battle it out and get it over with. Whoever comes back alive is the winner of the argument.
Exactly. Yeah, if I have to sit through another hour-long argument in Nifty Wizards, I'm just gonna fucking shoot myself.
Right, just battle it out. I'm tired of hearing it.
It's so dumb. I mean, it's such an amazing idea, and again, to Kurt's credit, like he wants to empower people all the time. That's a guiding principle for him, right? I want to empower people to kind of build up from the bottom and make that stuff work. And that would be fantastic, except for the small percentage of people that just get peas in their bonnet.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I mean, where do you see the NFT and currency and the game thing going as far as like Minecraft themselves? Because this is kind of like an experiment for Minecraft. Because if this is as successful as I predict it will be, I think Minecraft may be incentivized by the success of this experiment to do something themselves with NFTs and cryptocurrencies in the similar fashion.
Yeah, let me put it this way: they'd be insane not to, right? They know Engine has been doing an Ethereum version, which of course isn't really going anywhere because the transaction costs on Ethereum make what we're planning impossible.
Right. Financially impossible.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And you really need like that Alien Worlds thing. Like I got my wife's parents playing Alien Worlds over. We dropped some stuff off for Christmas. They started playing it or whatever. Right? They've been doing it ever since. Like they time it. They go back. I know I got to be there in a half hour. They go back and they press the button. I'm like, what the crap? Like the novelty of not knowing what you're gonna get and getting a little bit, and then maybe sometimes getting an NFT. Like it brings people back over and over and over again, right? So like having that be a thing that is just a constant in the game, right? You're in Minecraft. You got your phone open or your tablet or whatever, and you're constantly watching your wallet because just like shit's happening all the time, right? You're just getting stuff like, oh my god, I got a rare or whatever. It's pure genius. So, they're gonna have to do something. Just because why wouldn't you? It's crazy not to. Look, we all saw, looking at Ready Player One. I think one of my favorite things about it is that it all just kind of made sense. Like, why isn't everything like that now? Well, we don't have the VR rigs. That's fine, right? But the game mechanics behind it, that scarcity. Like, there's only one key that you can get. There's not a gazillion. There's one, right? And so, we are gonna be able to do that now.
So what kind of Easter eggs are you planning, bro? I know I brought this up on the last podcast with M Blue, and I'm hoping that you had some dreams on it, got to think about it, but I didn't know if you wanted to speculate on any of those like driving backwards type of Easter eggs that is possible with Uplift Minecraft server.
Yeah, I mean, so part of like there's gonna be we got a bunch of ideas. I'm trying to figure out which one to talk about first. So the teleportability is going to be one of the most highest valued and rarest things in the game, right? So creating the ability to basically achieve God mode for transporting around, those NFTs, like we might make 5, right? And people will be able to burn their way up to them, but it'll be really freaking hard to do. Like we're sort of projecting, like if you're working.
So it's a burn race.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, like we're gonna hide one of them somewhere. Right, but and that's the thing. Like we're getting the story. We're talking about it being like landing on a distant planet, going the sci-fi colonization route. So we're sort of building the story on top of that. So trying to figure out some like a really, really cool kind of treasure hunt and tell people like we actually hid this somewhere really, really specific. It's in a box, go to town, you know, and kind of work our way backwards from like a really cool treasure hunt. I think it'd be really cool.
And the scarcity of that, I mean, it basically makes the users have that ability to kind of play to, you know, get paid rather than pay to win, kind of a mechanic where, you know, if you, like, I've done this even with my airdrop with the Nifty Box. It was Ken in the Nifty Box NFT thing. It was given away for free. It's trading for like $5 now. And I just sold one sell for like 300 wax. I'm like, that is such an honor. Then I realized, well, I didn't get any of that. But I just created wealth for my followers by giving them this thing for free and letting them trade it amongst each other. That scarce NFT being in the game is going to basically make one player a lottery winner. And it's going to change somebody's life if they decide that they wanted to flip it, then use it. But that option is there where a player, just by playing the game, could actually make some money for themselves with an in-game asset. Rather than, like, you know, Fortnite saying, you know, get 7 headshots at 300 meters and you get this skin. Well, what can I do with it? You got a green gun. I just did all this work. It took me 3 months, and now I have this thing I can't transfer to another owner. So what's the point?
Right. Well, and this is where, you know, we're very likely going to have land NFTs that are hidden around as well. Because we, you know, having it so that, you know, not only can you find this awesome teleporter ability, but you can do that. And on the artist side, because we're sort of looking at it as a triumvirate, right? We're going to have people coming in as just players. We're going to have people coming in, you know, wanting to be landowners, land moguls, you know, own transportation land, you know, really play that side of the game. And then artists, right? Like we're connected with Uplift Art. You know, the first thing that we're kind of doing in the game is this Burn It Down thing, which is a collaboration musically.
I think we should call them contractors because in Minecraft, they're building art, right? So
yeah, I like that contractor.
Like that Burn It Down thing, that's an artist, but it's also a contractor, right? It's almost like a virtual AutoCAD.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I fucking love it. I mean, the amount of, you know, just like in general, the amount of like time it takes to learn Minecraft. Like I watched a few videos trying to brush up, and I'm like, yeah, there's going to be people that are going to hire a contractor to build them a glass building because that's going to be a pain in the ass to get all the materials and then go out and build that glass thing.
And Blue's talking about getting an amphitheater made for like a huge one, like much bigger than the cathedral, and he wants to hire like a Minecraft super genius to come and build it. Like that's already happening, right? Like why, you know, for companies that are out there, like it's like I can't build a building, but I know people that can, you know, like the right now I would say like the dome is probably the coolest thing, you know, in there right now. But like I'm not a Minecraft genius. I just like I pieced it together, you know, and you know had some help or whatever. Like it, you know, and it's the whole point is it's not going to be the coolest thing in the game in 3 months. Not even close.
True.
Yeah, it's just gonna get people are gonna be building shit that makes, you know, it looks nuts. There's the other thing too.
Well, I was talking about my booby trap place, man. Like I really look forward to doing that. I want people to come to my plot of land thinking they're gonna get some Ken coin and Ken NFTs, and then they end up in a fucking booby trap where they have to just like leave me all their loot.
So funny. And so this is the thing: the cryptocurrency that you mine, the NFTs that you mine in the space, those are going to be yours. Those are going to be, nobody's going to be able to take those from you. But if you're wandering around and you have some diamond, you have some
emeralds, and
right, exactly, like a trap could totally jack your shit. Which I hadn't thought of that. That's the thing that you can do, which would be hilarious. And again, like you're going to be one of the highest. And I don't roadmap wise, I don't know how long this is going to take, but we're going to do it. You can integrate your cryptocurrency token with a total market, right? So if somebody goes in and they're mining a bunch of diamond, they can immediately put that diamond on sale the same way that you would put an NFT up for sale, right? It'll all work on one up. So we really want to keep that dynamic because right now we're all building with like God mode powers. That's not going to be around for very long, right? And the builders that are in there right now they're feeling it because, you know, the hammer drops in a week where you're going to have to literally mine everything, go find everything yourself or with your team to build stuff.
I wonder how many of those people that have God mode right now are smart enough to bury some fucking gold and emerald in the desert somewhere right now, so they know where some like they have like repositories or something that
That's hilarious. Well, and again, like I'm grandfathering them in with a little bit of land each, just because it's they're a huge part of the reason why this is working, so they could just go bury it in their own land.
Right, and then I mean that's the best part is though I could stumble upon it, so that's why I'm thinking. I hope somebody made a repository. Blue's here. Hey, Blue, hold on, let me let him in.
Oh, awesome.
I hit allow, but I don't see him now. Oh, here he goes.
Hey,
Blue in the house.
Woo!
Oh, hey, is the auction's probably almost over, eh?
Or 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
2 minutes, 12 seconds.
Is my camera not working?
I do not see you.
I don't see you right now.
Huh.
You might have to like start it. I had to start my video.
Let me yeah, it's not working. Let me come back right back in.
All right,
let me make sure I got him ready to allow. That is awesome that he stopped by right at the end though.
Right? Read. All right. All
right, here we go.
Minute 40.
Nope.
Still no? Oh, that's so sad. Do you have your camera? Are you using your camera? Oh, hey, you were there for a second.
No, was I?
Yeah.
Hey, can you see me?
I cannot, but it was. I could for a second. Dang it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just your picture.
Guys, yeah, just my picture. Hey guys, hey. I have a perpetual smile.
Well, on my end, it's not showing because I have non-video participants hidden, so you don't have to worry about the embarrassing static photo being stuck up on display. But if you want, you could do a screen share, and that should be able to take up your portion of the Zoom real estate. You could show the Atomic Hub auction.
Cool. Let's.
I could do that too if you want.
Hey, either way.
Yeah, either way. I just want people to see.
I'm set up to do it right now, so let's get. Oh, did he do it? You did it.
Hey,
all
did
right.
I just bring? Okay, yeah. There's
120,000 wax, brother. Congratulations!
Hello. Wow, yeah. 41 seconds left remaining. Thanks to the blue whale, man.
Somebody's gonna snipe him. I'm waiting. That was my thing. I was like, if somebody's gonna get this, it's gonna be within the last 10 seconds, and they're gonna be a sniper.
Yeah, well,
oh man,
I'm really grateful to the blue whale for. Just participating. It brings eyeballs to the cause, what we're doing here at uplift.art, the uplift. It's just, we're really doing a win-win paradigm here. So thank you, Blue Whale, for bringing some eyeballs.
That's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom. It's done.
Congratulations.
It's done.
Half of that's going right to charity, bro. That is fucking amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's working. So, let's see what he does. Will he burn that bad boy, or will he hold that bad boy and never light the fire?
Yeah, that's a question.
I feel like we could call that pulling a Bosak, even though I didn't get to.
I would. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean this is historical, bro. Like seriously, congratulations again on achieving another momentous moment in the crypto books. This one of one music video utility NFT is just, to me, seriously, it's a perfect use case of crypto and gamification and everything. It's just I couldn't have imagined this being any better done. I'm so happy to have you guys on the podcast.
Wow. Well, thank you. Huge thanks to Corey, because he's the one that started the whole uplift world on Minecraft, and that has just really sparked an incredible community to see the vision and to see how awesome it is to incorporate the Wax blockchain into NFTs into Minecraft itself. And we figured out a way how to work with Minecraft's terms of services in order to do things like this, right? And to give access to land grants and the opportunity to push the button and light the Burn Blockman monument. which is the first of many things that are going to be, done in this world. We're at the very, beginning of it. But, we see worlds within the uplift, all working together to create this win-win economy, incentivized world where everybody wins. And we're seeing it in action now. Like we just raised $4,500 on this NFT. Now, I would personally like to see that bad boy burnt.
Me too.
And so that'll burn forever until the owner decides to smash that monument to the ground and rebuild something new there, or sell it altogether, or every year do a new burn man, like the evolution of Black Man every year, and have a blow up NFT and a burn NFT, right? It could all be a win-win-win where the owner wins, the world wins, and the community wins.
The first few things that would come to my mind with something like this is sharding. Like seeing as I already kind of did that with the Nifty box from Joel and Travis and them. I kind of like bought one of their $1,000 passes and then I fractioned it. I gave it to like 10 and 20 other people who evenly chipped in for the cost of it. This person could fraction this and give 20 people ownership of the same thing, and then, do a lottery of who gets to push the button. I mean, there's just so much of a gaming mechanic with the economy of something like this. I was curious what your thoughts are on something like me even doing something similar, or anybody where they buy a plot of land in the Uplift's Minecraft server and they do their own event. Maybe not a burn it down Burning Man vibe kind of thing, but like something else where they want to tokenize that thing that they built to be destroyed or X, Y, and Z. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are, because like there is a chance that a user in your server could just do something similar and maybe get $5,000 for an NFT for their event that they've done.
I mean, what's stopping people, or like one of these kind of famous big time artists now in the NFT space, from coming in here, or like one of the, like a Minecraft superstar comes in and creates an event around, a massive build for themselves? Charity or profit, we don't care. It doesn't matter to us. If they buy that plot of land, whatever they do to it is entirely up to them, right? So we absolutely can see somebody coming in. I mean, somebody could come in, like Nifty Wizards, for example, buy up a big chunk of land, make an internal game that used their NFTs, right? Tokenize it, have dust buried in the ground, whatever. And that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. And the reason why we believe that's going to be a hell of a lot more fun than doing it on your own is that'll be bumped up right up against Ken's Giant Dick Emporium.
Yeah.
Or Alien Worlds, or Uplift Art, or whatever. I'm sorry I keep mentioning that.
What's cool is what's also cool is that we're building the Louvre 2.0 in this world, which every art piece on the wall will be an NFT that's sellable, ownable, collectible. So there's going to be an amphitheater that's promoting different special events, but then there's also sort of, real estate office isn't necessarily the right word for it, but there's going to be a place where you can go and you can see the top 21 lands to visit in the ecosystem, right? It's a leaderboard.
Oh, and that's badass.
Basically based off of foot traffic. Like what is it? Alien Worlds, this thing in Alien Worlds, everybody's just going to check out and do things in. Is it, whatever, Cogs World? Is it, whatever? But you'll be able to go in there, you'll be able to see what territory is the most trafficked, right? Which correlates to the land value, as well as the monuments that are around that thing. It can be anything from spaceships to, artistic monuments of any sort, right? Just the sky's the limit on what it can be. So you're going to want to be looking at these traffic patterns, and that's where you're going to want to be setting up shop. You're going to be bidding on property to buildings to whatever, right?
I mean, it's almost like real city mechanics right there.
It is. And we're coming up with the same exact issues that a real city comes up with, right? Which is why, I mean, right now, Central City is a thing that exists. To get in there right now, next to the cathedral, next to the Louvre, those spots are going to be reserved for, frankly, for high dollar people, for companies.
You know what I'm looking forward to? The Bloods and Crips of the Uplift world. the gangland territories.
this is an entire thing that can happen. You could set up 2 lands that were right next to each other, and then just basically make a border, make PvP, allowed in those spots, and come up with a way to duke it out. And the other thing is, like, in each sector, we want to have a sector DAO. Each sector is going to have a governor. They're going to be actually able to dictate certain things about how the game works, how much the landowners should make, what kind of builds are allowed within their city, that kind of thing. Like there's going to be a lot of that. And so who knows, the west side versus the east side might end up being a thing.
You'll find me in the red light district, wherever that might be.
Well, it's also
I'm
cool.
expecting you to build it.
Yeah, probably.
So, that's yeah.
Well, what also will most likely occur is that there'll be a land where mobs rule, right? And giants and of different sorts. And that's where if you want a certain type of ore or some sort of certain element that you can't get out in the safe world, right? Then you're going to have to take a quest out into those lands just to get that type of ore or that what you need to mine in order to build what you want to build in the safe land, right? So you're going to have these expeditions out into these other worlds to get certain material that you can't get in your backyard.
Yep. Yeah, and my buddy Greg is going to be the one doing that. Or it's gunpowder. So basically, if you want gunpowder, and that's how you make some kinds of pistons and fireworks and different cool stuff like that. You actually have to go out and kill a certain kind of bad guy out beyond where we're developing all this stuff, and that's So you'll have to do that.
So you have to go out to the Badlands to mine those resources.
Yeah. And then you can come back in when we get the economy tied up, so that 1UP token is be able to purchase stuff. You'll be able to put stuff up for sale on the market, which I think is like as a plugin we can add. I need to do more research on that, but it's it might not be hard at all, right? So you'll be able to go out there, do that for fun, come back and actually sell it for a cryptocurrency that then you can take onto the open market and do whatever the hell you want with that, right? So like the in-game economy will be real entirely in game, but players are going to be able to do a lot of different things with that stuff once it's out there.
This is crypto going full circle, like completely full circle, right? Because this is where Bitcoin got its start, was in game, to buy in-game resources in a game called RuneScape. And it was 50-50 back in the day. 50% of the people I knew got into Bitcoin from like Silk Road or some shit like that. Or the other 50% got in through RuneScape, just playing a game where they're like, I had all these resources and I just didn't need them anymore, so I wanted to sell them. Or I needed these resources, I couldn't find them in the game, so I had to buy them somehow. And they used Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to exchange those in-game assets 10 years ago. And to see this happening today on Minecraft with NFTs is just like... you know what I mean? It's just like, this is what it was created for, literally.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, man, and the sky's the limit too. I mean, we're at the beginning stage here of
Blue, sky is literally the limit. You're one of one. First time conceptual piece just sold for almost $5,000.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh,
I want to invest in blue. Like, where do I get blue coin? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Looks like apparently Bitcoin's trying to hit 33,000 now.
It's trying. It's
crazy.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, could that be a blow off top right now? I mean,
I would say no, but that stimulus still coming. We have a lot of retailers looking at this where they're going to, you go right now and look what your stimulus check would be worth if you would have bought Bitcoin with it when you got the first round. I don't think they're going to miss the second round and throw that stimulus. If you really don't need it, which most people just went out and bought fucking flat screens and Nikes anyway with their 1,200 stimulus. If you go out and buy some Bitcoin with that stimulus, we've already shown people what happened the first time they missed that opportunity. And then we have institutional investors throwing hundreds of millions, motivating those retail investors. Every time they turn on the news, they're seeing people like Pomp laugh at fucking people like Mark Cuban. It's funny. So I think that we might not see a top for a good month or two now.
Yeah, so when I'm actually looking at it right now.
We got income tax season coming, bro.
Check this out. It went from 1,200 where it crossed the peak the last time up to it went up 200%. So, and I was looking at it like so a blowout top is 60K. Which is entirely at this point, Yeah,
that's the meme. The meme right now is 69,420. That's like the meme top is 69,420.
I totally buy into that. And then after that, it crashed by about 38%, right? And everyone will call that the end of the world, blah blah blah. And it's like, no, it's just setting up for the next freaking thing, because then it went from 1,700, up to 600. So it did another 300% from that low, right? So yeah, no, I think 50 to 60K is where it could go right now, and then we should see a really healthy pullback. And again, like, who fucking knows, right? Like
McAfee may have only been off by 1 year on eating his dick.
It's true. He's still down a dick.
I mean, it's technically not his dick because he's state property or like government property.
Yeah,
so that's the government's dick now. Like, if he cut that off, that would actually be government property destruction.
That's true.
Yeah,
this is why you never try and time the market exactly. Just be general and don't bet your dick.
Yeah, never bet your dick on the Bitcoin price.
I just, it just seems like a really good rule.
Although I feel pretty confident on making that bet right now. I'm like, dude, we're going to hit 100K this year, like 2021. It's inevitable.
Yeah, that feels entirely plausible.
It's
let me ask you a question. So let's say you build your big thing that, like, all the bro bros are coming out and hanging out on your land all the time. You guys are like buying up all the land around it to make like games and different projects that you love or hanging out near you or whatever. Say you've had it for a year, you built it out, people are like totally having a blast. Maybe you're next to a railway and you've got billboards up that are set up with browsers so you can actually change them right when you want, like you were suggesting. What would you sell that for if somebody asked? Like, what's the number where you couldn't turn it down?
That's hard.
I know,
because then I have to buy it back. That's what makes it really hard.
You'd have to start somewhere else, right?
Right, exactly. I have to do it all over again. It's not just like the land that's the investment; it's the amount of time and everything I personally put into it.
Right.
So it starts to become almost invaluable in that sense, to where, like, even if I sold it and I could buy land and start from scratch, it's like I'm not being able to buy that year back that I even physically invested with my mouse and keyboard into it.
Right.
And then also my influence, exactly, the community I built around that land, it'd probably be priceless. Almost like, how would you put a value on the Vatican? Well, because I would feel like the fucking Pope of my own little land.
Would you do it for 20 million?
Yeah, yes. Because
this is the thing, like,
well, that's the thing. I mean, because, like, I don't know. I mean, yes and no, because if it got to that point, if it can get to 20 million, why wouldn't I hold out for 100? Or why would I even sell it and not just put it up for collateral and take out loans based on the NFT assets that I own? Why would I ever sell something I could just earn interest on and have my money and make money on it too? So, like, selling to me is almost redundant. It doesn't make sense to ever give up ownership of anything, but, like, leasing it out, that is business. That's how you make money with money without giving up your money. So I want that Trump. When I said Trump Tower, that's kind of how I meant it. So, like, I don't think I'd give up my land, but I might give up like 50%, of the rights that you now have, like, as much owner. You can sell floors, and maybe I'd have a business partner, but I wouldn't ever sell out.
See,
I'd find other ways to make money off of it while it was earning value.
That's how I'm looking at the crypto market in whole, right? Because
same exact.
We're moving into a place to where fiat is just trash, right? I mean, why? I mean,
I don't want to accept fiat for my crypto anymore. It is. Right. It's like accepting trash for pieces of gold. I'm done.
Right. So it's just like, you may need to sell out for fiat just for particular buys, right, in the real world. But you can even buy real estate these days with Bitcoin. And I think that's just going to accelerate for other cryptos as soon as we get some more, clarity. But yeah, I mean, I'm in the stage to where, why would I want to, unless I really needed fiat for a specific purchase, the benefit to holding that and using it in a meaningful way, like in DeFi somehow, is the smarter move, in my opinion.
Yep. Everything's going to head towards a DeFi-centric economics, and that incentivizes a dowership of ownership of that. And that's why I'm excited to see, like, the Uplift Minecraft server whole thing become a DAO, because that's sort of like the proper exit strategy for anything in this sense is to start very centralized, incorporate decentralized assets and tools into it, and step farther and farther and farther away from it, where it's almost like, you know, the thing will run itself. And I see that happening in like the Minecraft world, specifically more so than things like, I love Crypto Voxels and Decentraland and Sandbox, but we already have Minecraft players. We already have Minecraft users. We don't have to convince them to download and buy the game, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just it's already there, you know? It's like, it's going to be, in my opinion, probably one of the things that people point to. As far as like the uplifting in general, the music video NFTs, that's going to be a historical pinpoint. And then we have what you're doing in Minecraft. You guys keep setting precedences in timelines that are going to be there forever, bro. This is fucking legendary, and I am absolutely honored to have you guys on my podcast.
Oh man, you know, it's likewise, and you know, we come from the, you know, the same mind, and you know, the same, you know, we all want this win-win economy where everybody's winning. And, you know, just the fact that we're on this, you know, broadcast with you, and that you're so engaged and enthusiastic about what we're doing is a huge win for us. I mean, I've been following you since I heard your name. You know, I even saw you at the first Litecoin, what was it?
The Litecoin Summit, yeah.
Summit, right.
I actually had to sneak into that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't introduce myself back then, but yeah, I was a fan of yours, you know, well before that.
Thank you, bro.
So to know that you know, we're on this territory together, and we're walking a very similar path. I love you being involved to whatever degree you want to be in this project, buddy.
Agreed.
So you know, it's not our project. It's not mine and Corey's project and the Uplift Team's project, but it's our project, and we want to decentralize this more and more over time and have that DAO, just as you talked.
Yeah, Center City's gonna have a DAO eventually too, for sure. Like that. Vitalik actually mentioned this at one point, where, you know, instead of doing like the you know, ICO or whatever, you just build all the value and do exit by DAO. So basically, you know, you create the systems and bring in the people that are constantly building out and building more value and building more value, encoded into the decentralized autonomous organization itself that is now self-funding.
Yep.
And right, and then we just get to sit back and make music and laugh about how fucking fantastic it is to be able to build schools with creativity.
I'm so jealous that somebody has a one-of-one fucking Corey M. Blue Uplift music video NFT. I'm so jaded that I can't grab it from them, but it's also like, I feel so happy at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like, you know, like respect, because you bought this and you helped donate to a charity, and now you rightfully have this one-of-one, which is absolutely badass. You know, it's like I said on the podcast with you guys before, it's the first tokenized Wu-Tang album. Like, this has yet to catch that mainstream attention, but they can't not give that credit to you once they have it on their peripheral. Once we start seeing Deadmau5 put music videos, he wasn't the fucking first, you were. So like, this is pretty cool to see it go from like where you guys started with the uplift art and collectible and charity concept, now becoming more and more gamified, even outside of like Atomic Hub, in something like Minecraft. I hope it incentivizes people to do things like that, where, you know, Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, you know, they do Minecraft competitions and things all the time. I hope this inspires them to have sort of like a blueprint roadmap that they could point to their producer or their manager and go, look, M Blue and Uplift did this thing. They raised money for a charity with this thing. Like, why aren't we doing this thing? And I think by you doing it will eventually inevitably inspire those like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie to experiment similarly. So like, I thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both. I fucking love you guys.
Thank you. You know, your passion is infectious, dude. I mean,
it is.
I mean, there's just.
I'm
like
just so happy that
moments.
that there's people like you doing things, You know how long I've been in this space? You know how many people I've run into that are just like vapor whale salesmen, ICO pitchers, and just fiat fucking cash grab exiters. And it's just so great to see like people like you guys coming into the space and actually doing something, and not just doing it, but also like profiting from it and giving back to a charity with that profit. It's just, this is what it's all about. And it's never been about the past 4 years of like when Lambo. It's always been about what Uplift is. And it's more like when community exodus of freedom. And this is what Uplift is providing. So I want to wrap things up and let you each have a chance to let people know where to get in touch with you guys. So shill away. Floor is yours.
Gosh, uplift.art is a good starting point. We've got Uplift Art Telegram. The uplift.world is being built out now. It's directed to uplift.art currently, but it's going to have its own portal, so to speak. We're at the beginning stages, and we've got the Mr. Spaceman drop coming up on the 15th, which is going to be off the hook. Corey, I've roped Corey into doing his version of Mr. Spaceman that I'm so excited to work on. And we're going to produce that bad boy, and that's going to be the special edition to the so basically the top 21 payers of the event will win the special that we're producing for Corey.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then we got Solace drop after that, which is going to be everything that you've seen thus far has been us getting warmed up to what's to come. I mean, the shit that we got planned is just, I'm so excited, man. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. like fully awake, right? Just like getting going.
Now what do I do? So I just start writing more. in the white paper for the Uplift. That's just the worst. Well, one thing with the Spaceman thing. So again, we got a team together. They built the Blockman, the burning button monument, right? They're going to benefit from this. Like we're going to make sure they get a little bit of this, because we always want to make sure the artist is making a little bit of stuff. So the thing with the Spaceman thing, we're kind of ramping up this test. What happens if we get 10 or 20 builders in? Ken, you can come in and take part in this if you want, right? Take an element of the music video of Mr. Spaceman, build something in a little 50 by 50 plot, which isn't actually that little. It's about the size of the plot that the Burning Man monument is on. And if we pick it, that's going to end up going into the NFT, right? And if we raise a lot of money for charity that way, 25% of it goes back to the artist. You're going to get a piece of that.
So you can help basically build the production or like the stage.
Fucking A. Yeah, exactly. So we'll whitelist you onto the server. You can bring in a couple of Minecraft geniuses if you want. We'll give you a plot of land that's going to be yours. You can do whatever you want with it. It's going to be in God mode, so anything you need, you're just going to be able to get, right? Because we're not putting the hammer down on that just yet, because things haven't had time to develop. And so the art for the Mr. Spaceman drop is going to be created by the community. And obviously, if you want to rope in Pupe or Die or whatever the fuck his name is, bring that guy too, because it'd be amazing, right? And that's because this is the ultimate proof of concept, right? It's not about us, what we can do. Although clearly, anytime Blue and I collaborate on anything, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
which I don't even mind saying. It's just good. It's so much fun for me to be able to say that, because it's so true. But bring another artist into the space brings more people, brings more community, ultimately ends up bringing more value for every single person who's connected to the
I hope you are all listening, and every one of you fucking idiots is getting your kids' keyboards warmed up right now. You know what I mean? Like, if you aren't getting your kids involved, yes.
Real. Yeah, for
I
real.
can't build for shit, but my nephew, you better believe if you give me some land, I'm going to have my nephew get to work like child slave labor.
Well, and there's prizes too. So we have $850 worth in Bitcoin or wax,
right now,
whatever the top 3 winners wanted in. So there's incentives upon incentives, and then we're going to do a 3-dimensional fly around of all the things that have been built, and from that flyover is going to be the video for the Mr. Spaceman that we're producing with Corey's.
You know what I love about it? Like, even with the Burn It Down one, it feels like a fucking drone is doing it. Even though I know it's virtual, it still feels like just a hovering drone, like, doing its thing. I don't know why, but I totally got that vibe. Right. Yeah, yep. It feels like a drone, like, flying around, like, a world. It's really cool to, like, have that that feel to it, because it feels more immersive that way than it just kind of, like, being, like, a static video that kind of just goes through things. This is a moving video. Like, I don't know how to explain that. No, but the dimensions of it, the camera can move in all those directions. It's badass.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, we the first video from somebody else building in just showed up. Somebody figured out how to use OBS, and they actually built a little hobbit house right next to the railway between the cathedral and that goes down to the burning button. And she's all excited about it. It's like, oh, I made this video, and it's a tour. Like, you should see inside the hobbit house is just mental. Like it's all tricked out, bookcases, and it's just the amount of creativity that bubbles up out of people. So yeah, you said it was your nephew that was the Minecraft super genius. I mean, I want people coming in building as teams. Like, come in, bring in, like, the fact that Ken B is going to be freaking building in this thing is huge. Put a little team together and build something out for the Spaceman drop. Because I think that'll be just fantastic for the whole space to get that done.
Sound Genie in the chat said, bro, heads up, you got an imposter on Discord asking your friends for money. I give away so much money on a regular basis. If any of my friends genuinely thought I'd ask for money, they're not my friends. I'm public. I gave away $1,400 last night.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
right.
Fantastic.
Thank you. But why would the guy giving away thousands of dollars a month ask for money? That's just, I feel like that's a really bad imposter. But yeah, don't ever give me money, anybody, unless it's like YouTube, Patreon, shit like that. I guess we can wrap things up here. It's uplift.art, guys, if you want to check it out. Join the community and get your kids involved in this, because, I mean, shit, dude, they're homeschooling now anyway. There ain't shit else to do. Get them involved in this. They don't even have to buy their first crypto. They can earn it or win it. And I think it would be cooler to see the kids getting something out of this rather than the neckbeard deacons that we are. This should always be for the kids in the hindsight, right? And I think this is the opportunity for us to show the youth how to take advantage of this. So let's listen to this on the way out, guys. And as always, have a day.
Rock it out.
Bro. Much love.
I freaking love this tune.
Yeah. Burn it down. Gratitude rising up from the ground. Light it up. Burn it down. Gratitude rising up from the ground. Light it up. Burn it down. Gratitude rising up from the ground. Light it up. If you say so, Blue. Burn it down.
Feeling it. This is the beginning, boys. The very beginning. Home run, baby.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenience store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.